Hey guys, EOW guy, Kane man, and you're on Shadow Hitman is here. Make sure to like and comment on my videos, and our subscriber goal is about 10k. Yeah, carry on, tata, bye bye.
When a Nidalee picked up without
Oh,
real setup, that is a great combo coming through here. As of right now into the Leona, and this is Fred Brion with an extremely hard engaged composition into poke. So very clear game plans here for either team.
looking to make his first mark on the game. Delight looking to get on in there with the Glacial Augment. A lot of damage onto Delight as he will go down. They finally take down that kill, and Henna is just in no man's land. Owner right here to scoop up the kill afterwards. He will be able to pick that up, and now Umti even in a little bit of trouble. Will get chased down this lane. He does not have a flash. Elects to go in and try to get on top of Keria here. He's actually holding his own pretty well. Yeah. And the spear is up towards the top of the map. Maybe just trying to shadow as Morgan is pretty low, actually. Might look for the kill, and oh man, it looks like that just grazed his back. It is not quite going to land, though, as Morgan will get out. Here's Keria in the mid lane, looking to take down a Galio of all people. We'll see if they do have the damage. Quite a lot of CC, but I think halfway through they're like, well,
Quite tanky. And here, it's a tough ask. And with that double knock-up on both Umti and Delight, Keria honestly saving the play there. Immediately the kill comes through. And then Owner, Spear doesn't need to hit when they're already underneath the turret. And then take note of as they move up here.
okay, Chains of Corruption, expertly dodged there by Gumayusi. And they just back away. They say, well, if they're going this to fight this one, here comes Morgan looking for the engage onto Zeus. He's got a couple of members as well as Galio up here, and you're not getting away from that one.
He's texting, he texts the pentakill. Texting this as well. Oh boy, that's not good.
Hey, they're just gonna get on top of him, way too much damage, but the combo in the bottom side doesn't get all too much. The flash forward, and they will pick up the support in Keria. Flash is going to be denied as Baker looks like he'll also go down, so a couple of kills down here for Fred Brion. As now opening up is the Jin. Nice try on the side snipe there, but it is not going to happen.
Right, just try and make as much use of the aggression that you have available. And these cross-map plays working out still slightly better, I'd say, for T1 because they pick up the first turret blood. As we see just relatively clean dive coming through there. He'll last second to make sure that he survives. And then Keria just getting locked down for a little bit too long there. Nice flash to get away, but then the extended taunt from Lava coming in hot. Faker also, unfortunately for him, not a lot of setup time here available for T1 as they do look to want to go for this.
Fred Brion are just so proactive. The second this thing spawns, all 5 of them are there. They group up, they set up a barricade, they set up vision, and they do not allow T1 to go into it. And of course T1 are like, well, we don't want to team fight you right now. It's going to have so much room. It will be very difficult for T1 to get backline access. As here comes Morgan. Okay. He's like, I'm just going to kill you. I've got Galio. And he instantly blows up, as does the Jace, nearly at the same time.
Operation Owner.
Yeah, this is a Nidalee behind enemy lines. Actually gets stunned up perfectly there by Delight. He's going to pop his stopwatch as he is going to also flash. He's buying a lot of time here, but he's still absolutely going to die. You would have to imagine, right? Okay, there you go.
I think a Drake of that.
Hey, the Jin Air Green Wings flash, I love it. It's all worth it in the end.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, Fred and Brian are like, no, you can't. You're not going to get away with delaying. I'm Gallia.
Rise, but it's still a tall ask.
It definitely is, as we're going to take another look at how fast these two guys died. So that's why Morgan died so fast. It was the spear. And then Lava finishes off the Jace. As we're having another fight down here in the bottom side. No sign of Galio just yet, but doesn't seem like they need it. Just the hard engage comes in from Morgan.
But instead, exactly the same thing happening here. And you see, again, the rest of the team is actually there. But I do think that at this point, Zeus, you need to make sure that you're not just within hookshot range. Like, hookshot combined with that Hextech ultimatum, you're gonna die every single play. Like, what I can see happening is he gets one, and then they do this play again, and then they kill them.
Well,
and
maybe
like,
he buys enough time for his team to catch up.
Well, no, I mean, like, then T1 wins the fight because of the stopwatch.
He's trying to make up for it now, as he's finally found Morgan alone. Morgan does not have his flash. These dragons. Let's take another look at this. Let's listen here if he says anything. I'm gonna go for it.
Really nice sidestep there on the W.
Got him. And he compresses R button. You know, that's all he's got to do. He doesn't have to worry about positioning right now. He's ready to go, and here we go. It looks like Morgan is going to get rooted up. In goes Delight, and the flank is coming in, maybe a little bit late. No ult from the Galio. Really nice stopwatch from Zaves, but he will go down, and the damage is still coming out, raining down from Henna. Faker has to flash away. They take him down, too. And Fred and Breon are not going to go down without a fight. Henna's still having a lot of room, but the damage now coming out from Guma. He's also got some room. There's the double kill from him. And finally, with Henna left alone, he will be chopped down in the end. Triple kill goes to Gumayusi as he had perfect positioning throughout the fight.
Way, the initial play that has worked so many times for them doesn't actually work out nicely. And without that, there's not really anyone for Lava to hold into, so doesn't even get to use the knockup, doesn't get to hit multiple people in the back line. And then Henna actually able to get a lot done, completely safe here. And then up until this point, you're like, wait, hold up, Faker is down, Gumayushi is half health, but then the turnaround here from Owner combined with Gumayushi with the fourth shot. Absolutely beautiful.
Chariot
Turn it around.
too.
Yeah, I mean, everyone.
He actually peeled perfectly. You know, I was talking about how Rakan is not exactly the best peeler, but he... Oh, wow. He just secured second place in total assists in the LCK. He just passed Score, who was coaching earlier tonight, by 1 assist. Congratulations to Faker.
Oh.
You're only, what is it?
Like 600. A little bit less. 580.
587.
The entire topside jungle is completely covered. As the teleport ward comes in.
We have a teleport. We have a flank coming in, but where is he? Where is Morgan? Okay, finally he's here, as now he's going to get over the wall, and look at this. The flank actually eventually comes online. Guma not able to do too much. Henna will survive, as he was in his ultimate the entire time, and 1 by 1.
Try and go for a hero play, but I don't think it's happening, especially not with Morgan there as well, and not letting him get anywhere near that. A lead for Fred Brion. Wow.
This is what happens when you have a poke comp that's all kind of all by themselves, and then they group up against the massive amount of engage that Fred Brion have. It doesn't matter what the gold lead is. If that's your positioning, you're not going to win.
And here again, the key thing that we just have to continue.
Okay, let's not give it to them just yet. They do have a lot of damage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even, I mean, I thought they had a lot of damage.
Lava.
They don't really. Lava's getting very caught out here. He does have the Zhonya's ready to go. He's going to get rooted, and down he will go. Hextech Soul will go the way of Fred Brion, as there's the damage. This is what I was talking about, Maris with this soul.
Try to force a mistake right now from Fred Brion. Try to let them go into you. Try to bait them, because once Lava is back, you don't have to back off, and it looked like Fred Brion, they're not taking the bait just yet.
There's just not enough time buff as well as the money. They're feeling not so bad. Here's where Lava does get caught out just a bit. Nice block by Keria, of course.
Yeah, and Lava here. The rest of his team not really in a position to help him at all. Wanting to try and... Oh boy, so it's a teleport, but this is risky.
Teleport as the Jace. Okay, he's already in here, so he's able to get that off very quickly. He doesn't waste too much time. The poke not going to land as Keria trying to get that engage onto Morgan, but no beans just yet. Okay, there's the root. They're actually getting a lot of damage onto Morgan here.
Into a stalemate that they're definitely going to lose. Faker not that close by. Flank trying to be found there from Morgan.
Yeah, they do have that flank. Owner will go in. That is a massive Galio ultimate. Gets 3 of them, and into the backline they go. Gumayusi is getting targeted down, and down he will go in his GA. And there's just nothing left here for T1. They get hard engaged upon, and Fred Brion will take it to them here in game number 1.
Unbelievable. Fred Brion. We called them the Giant Slayers. And what's a better way to start off your split than going up 1-0 against T1? I don't know, Veldis. I am at a loss for words.
Happens to the best of them, doesn't it? At least when it's Fred Brion on the rift. That's all I gotta say. Faker, he knew that he was not going to win the base race, but he is not going to win this 1v5 either. GG, Fred Brion will take the win in game number 1. in their new green jerseys. Gotta love it. They have done that here in game number 1.
Specifically into that Jin, Nautilus, and Na. And Delight is quite the menace of analyzing on our carpet. But haven't gone to do as much of talking about the actual game while it's happening.
That's true. Generally, we were talking with each other.
Yeah.
As Owner is here, and they're not necessarily going for a dive. Now they will go for it, but it is Set, who is quite tanky, but it does not matter. No W does come out, and Owner is level 6, so he's able to survive very well. But here comes the rotation coming out already. Able to capitalize on that. Gumiusi is way behind enemy lines here. No way he's going to take out Henna either, and that's a double kill for Where have I seen this before, Chronicler?
Knowing that you have this much power in team fights gives you a lot more confidence as you move around the map. Getting that shield bow as opposed to the kill force that we've seen a lot is Owner.
Okay, Owner is in the front, and even on the Xingqiao, Umti's just able to get in his face, and the Viego once again showing that power against the Xingqiao. They take him out.
A lot of cooldowns have been used. Instead, T1 says, okay, yeah, fine by me. I'll just let that go. As I'm not sure about this one, Morgan.
I don't know. He got the jump on him, I guess, the cask, and he actually buys a lot of time. Here comes Umti again, and it looks like 4-0 for our Viego player will be on the cards.
First move into River, going to be able to set up shop there, throw a lot of lasers, and Zeus perfectly managing that Narbar. Going to be able to transform very, very quickly. It's a risk as Fred Brion to go in here, but it looks like they want to go for it.
Yeah, and Umti's leading the charge. He's like, okay, I'm going in, guys. Doesn't look like he's committing to it, though. He's getting a bunch of poke down. That is a fantastic cast, but it's onto the Nautilus, and that's not the guy you want to attack. Finally, Delight will take him out, but look at Owner on the frontline zones everybody else out. Nearly takes down Morgan. As T1 will get the Drake and
out.
He's got his team pushing the mid lane at least. Will they get flanked here? The knockup not so good. He's going to have to grab Owner, and that's not great. Delight just going to have to walk away with the tail between his legs. Huge Moonlight Vigil as a lot of damage is going down. Faker was kind of by himself on the top side and died. Didn't
Call
get...
it? Are they,
no.
Are they calling it, Veldas? I don't get it.
No, they're calling the calling of it.
I still get
They called
that.
it, yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. That's too late.
Unfortunate. Okay, well, they're going to call Zeus's bluff. Down you go, my good friend, as just face checking there. Not quite yet the Meganar. And so he will take an immense amount of damage. Owner is also getting shredded to pieces. Yes, your support will go down. This is a 2-for-1 trade with Mountain Drake alive. And now you can just ride.
Beauty of Void stuff, of course, is always good as Faker.
Uh-oh, there's the 2-second root, and you're dead. And, you know, we've talked about going as Lava is going the long way around after clearing the mid wave, as here he comes into the back line. Don't worry, that's not T1's Realm Warp. As, okay, Dredgeline gonna find the Set, but that's just Set. And Keria says, well, that didn't do much. It bought him some time and will actually get them the Mountain Drake, but let's see this follow-up as a gigantic amount of damage comes out from Guma. He's like, you get the hell away from me and my friend.
That was the only space that T1 needed to go and get the Dragon. Subsequent re-engage for Fred O'Brien was thoroughly ruined by Gumayushi getting such a big pickoff. Oh no.
Morgan's just here and it's stolen! That's gonna be Umti getting into the pit, and he takes down the Baron, and he perfectly timed that one. This is Mountain Soul for T1 if they get it.
The curtains are opened.
I love that. Opening up early. He's just gonna hold it. He's waiting, and wow, it's a lot of burst DPS into the enemy jungler, and that's going to be Fred Brion getting the Dragon. And no Meganar comes in for a long time, but Owner's getting so much work done on the front line. Does not take any damage from Lava, and down will go the Jin. And this time around, Faker's in position to do his damage, and the carries are finally online. Lava's trying to kite them all out. He's bouncing the damage. Delight comes back in. Can Lava actually survive? No, he cannot. Just barely not going to be enough. Even though both of the hyper carries on the side of T1 go down, they still are able to win the fight just barely.
Oh, Valdez. That looked like it was over, and then it wasn't. You saw Delight. He was like 80% through his back, and then Lava was like, no. Next fight is going to be all or nothing. T1 are in a prime position to win this game still. But Fred and Brian have just been outfighting them. They don't have vision right now, though.
They have so much damage on this Baron right now with the Victor and the Aphelios, but the force fight comes in and Delight gets blown to smithereens immediately. A lot of damage here on the front line still. As Henna holding on to that final one, and he steals it! Are you serious? They do it again! You have to be kidding me! Fred and Brian once again, but they're electing to back away, and this will give T1 the Mountain Soul. So at the end of it all, looks like they're going to potentially try to fight. We got a TP coming in from the Rise. Fred and Brian delaying their backs, not going to get the roots, but Faker not quite in position. They want to cut him off. And they're going to take a bunch of damage, but so will Lava, as Umpty over the wall is going to assassinate him, but Lava also will go down. As Umpty on the run here. This game is getting wild and crazy. As now 4-on-4, no mid laners this time. A new style as in goes the Gragas. He immediately dies. This is a lot of room right now for Gumayusi, as Henna is going to get stunned down and locked down by both of them from the side of T1, just barely is going to get taken out, and a triple kill for Gumayusi. Now they're not really in a great spot here. We got Meganar coming up, and you see that Umpty has no real hope of getting in there. He's just going to try to frontline, and down he will go as knocked into the wall will be the two of them. It looks like T1 will finally go ahead and win the game, as they ran into so many obstacles, multiple Baron steals, multiple team fights that were kind of bots, but they're going to get the job done in the end, Chronicler.
Oh boy, Veldes, that is a game for the analyst chairs to chew on, because a lot happened. In the end, it is indeed T1 that is going to take this one. But I can't imagine that this is what they expected their day to be. All in all, what a game. What a game.
I'll leave it to you to choose the player of the game, because I have no idea. No. It is going to be T1 taking the victory, 46 minutes just about into the game. 20 to 13 kills. I think Owner's face there tells you the story of the way that this series has gone for them. They get a win. Let's see if it actually does happen. Faker obviously very famous for his incredible solo queue win rate with Vex. That's why a lot of people were hyped to see him. He's already here. As, okay, they should know with the aggressiveness and the Ignite already used. As here comes Owner, trying to get that combo onto Delight, wants to land the red buff first, and he will predict the flash. As there it does come down, even gonna force Henna to flash away as Umpty is here, but not quick enough.
As Delight, even if you flash upwards. Oh, let's say that though.
Take a look at this. Flash will be used, and in goes Lee Xin Zhao, is going to get the knock up here and finally take down Gumayusi. Was a bit close. As now Owner is nearby, looking for the kill potentially onto Umpty, but will Summoners on the bottom lane of Fred and Brian. So not just here to help, but here to make a play happen. They take down Henna very easily. Keria able to tank that up, and another blow to the bottom lane, this time in favor once again of T1.
Repeat of last game where it's only going to be about the objectives, especially considering the relative. Like, as long as you keep track of both Owner and Morgan, the other engage is relatively limited. Henna flashes forward.
It's going to be the flash there at Gumayusi. Follow up here with the Gravitum, as Owner's actually going to go in there, trying to burst him down. Is the damage there? Yes, it is. Just barely enough as Faker coming on in. There we go. The fear comes off, but he is quite alone.
I wonder whether Morgan is going to choose to complete his back here, because he doesn't have TP available, and I guess T1 a little bit late, but they're going to try and contest this regardless.
This is a very deep teleport coming on in here, trying to get the flank onto Delight, who steps forward, but then he immediately dies because there's a Gwen behind him. Faker takes an immense amount of damage, but T1 do pick up that Infernal Drake. Most importantly, they're getting a little bit more on the backside of it as well. Morgan not in the best spot here, but he has another body on Windseed or something, as they're taking a huge amount of damage. You talked about these two guys in the early game, they're so obnoxious. As here comes Big Boy Gragas, really nice flash out of Gumayusi in response, but the cask is just way too much, and here's Lava. He's looking to feed in that backline, but he gets absolutely nobody at the end of it all. How could that possibly happen? Everybody's on such low health here, and Faker's not yet done. As he pushes forward, flash Q into the face of the Karma, picks up a double kill. And finally, we're beginning to see T1 look like the team we expected them to be tonight.
Oh, and that was beautifully executed by T1. What was looking like an overextension, right? Very far up.
As here comes Faker, he's gonna find the fear, and that is a dead Corki. Doesn't matter what you've got, as Faker burns down, but it does not matter as he will survive. Here comes Gwen. Zay's gonna get the front line down, and the needles in their face. Owner decides, well, maybe I'll just go down, but it does not matter as it is still a 2-for-1 in favor of T1. They should be able to pick up this Ocean Drake as well.
Really cleanly played. Very, very good catch there coming through. Faker following all the way as Lava desperately tries to package out. Also, again, Zeus looking so now the health bars are a little bit frightening.
Yeah, I don't even think Fred and Breon want to do this. They just want to sit there, poke, and get an engage on. Polymorph is down, and that is the dead Keria! And it's probably a dead Faker. So much more poke comes in as Gumayusi does insane damage, though. And that might just be enough to win this one for T1. Zeus is going to front load the fight here and push the Gragas away. As, man, the Aphelios in the end might just do it. Owner just barely is going to survive here, it looks like, as he gets the triumph there at the very end. Fred and Breon will have to run away, but man, that was looking good for them with the poke, but the second that Gumayusi blew him up, it was over.
That was so well done by Faker, Owner, and Guma. That was a beautiful trifecta of stopping the enemy's engage, turning it around on them, and blowing them up in a manner.
That brush doesn't look like it. Could have been their moment to actually take out Owner. Looks like he was a little bit alone, but Flash Wild Growth probably would have kept him alive. As here comes T1 now, as okay, nice little try. Gotta go for the risky play. When you're this far behind, everybody's just gonna get wiped into the bin at the end of this one, as Faker gonna pick up yet another kill, and they will even get the ace. Faker staying alive, and Zeus will as well. That's gonna do it. T1 take the 2-1 victory tonight. It was not easy. I'm not sure they'll all be super happy with the win, but a W is a W, and they will go home with it tonight at least. Props to Fred and Breon for making it interesting. They got very close, especially in that game number 2.
It was definitely a Fred and Breon series, I think it's safe to say. And what a beautiful re-entrance for that team, you know, in the LCK. Clearly, nothing has changed there, but we also saw, especially in the third